salvage this season and come back from this sort of start? Or
yeah, of course I can.
why is that?
Because I have faith in the boys. I have faith in the team, the club, and yeah, it's obviously a little challenging at the moment. That's probably putting it mildly, but yeah, we just not playing well enough. Certainly not well enough for long enough, and yeah, so we obviously need to turn that around. But once we do, I feel like we can definitely get going. But yeah, it's tough times at the moment.
Is it a confidence thing at the moment? You think, Ivan, like you have a few losses and it can disappear, I guess, in anything you do. But how do you see? What do you think the issue might be right now that you need to solve mostly?
Well, it's pretty obvious that our defence is not up to standard, and that's actually having a big effect, I think, on the rest of the game. Well, it did tonight, I felt. That's just too many weeks where we just can't defend our line early in the game, which just gives the opposition confidence and probably takes ours away a little bit. So, that's certainly a big area. Yeah, something that we historically been so good at. So that's probably a little concerning for all of us. So there's obviously a few questions that haven't been answered there. So, that's what we've got to do. So it's we've got to get to work and make sure we improve it. Because if we don't, then the same things will keep happening. But I'm still confident we can improve it. We just need to do it at some point.
You've seen it all, Ivan, in your coaching career. So is that something you think, like maybe some of these guys who haven't played a lot of NRL, is it something that you think will click? When it clicks, it'll click, sort of thing. Is that how it will be, or have they got to learn the system that you have and do it repetitively?
Well, it's a bit of both. Like we definitely have some young guys, and changes in combinations and chemistry and that. But we also have some guys that have been there, a bit as well. So it is a bit of that. So much learning the system that we're just we're just not getting it done. So it makes life a bit harder, obviously. So if you conceding 30 points every week, then puts a lot of pressure on everything else. So.
I think the concussions knocked Nathan around a bit at all, Ivan, or is he just indicative of the rest of the team sort of struggles at the moment?
What do you mean?
Like his game since coming back from a pretty serious head injury.
I thought he was outstanding last week.
Yeah.
He's about our best player.
Yeah.
This week, he probably played better, but I just felt like the rest of the team. He was like the rest of the team. We were, just trying super hard, but it's just not quite clicking, and so that's what happens when you're in this kind of thing. But it can change. It just momentum's against us at the moment, so we just need to keep working hard to make sure that when it turns, we capitalise on it. So.
I suppose for you, Isaiah, this is probably the biggest challenge you've had in the last 5 years anyway, as a senior player in the team, and for the success you've had, and now you're not having it at the moment. How do you see it? How do you see digging yourself out of this?
Yeah, it's certainly uncharted, I think, since Nathan and myself have become captains, but I think it's a wonderful challenge ahead. There's no point being a victim towards it. I think you sort of pull your shoulders back, look at all head on, and that's what we're doing. So I think the more you can bank your reps and your quality at training, I think that'll sort of put you in good stead. And I felt we're doing that. Our sessions have actually been good over the last couple of weeks, and I think the more we do that, the more there'll be an opportunity for that to turn. But I guess off the back of that too, you need to make sure you're looking at yourself in the mirror, keeping yourself accountable, and then hoping that trickles on through the team as well. So. Like Ivan touched on, it's a bit tough going at the moment, but I've certainly got all the belief and confidence that once we sort of do turn this around, that we can go on a run. So I'd rather that happen sooner rather than later, but sometimes those sort of things don't happen easily. You've got to work hard for it.
There was some talk and commentary about the clunky attack partially being down to, I guess, being systematic of the number of players you guys have lost since that first premiership year. Does that feel like part of it to you, or not the case?
Well, each week's been different. I think this one was probably just having to work sort of too hard. We probably got a little bit frantic at the back end of it, but feel like each week's probably been a little bit different in that regard. But yeah, no, tonight probably was a bit clunky, a bit sideways. But no, I don't think it comes down to that system. I think it was probably more how the game was flowing at the time. Having done an awful lot of work, we're trying to chase points again at the back end. And to be fair, I thought Redcliffe scrambled really well. I thought there's actually a couple of times we'd sort of looked like, but we're going to score a try, and they sort of come out of nowhere. And yeah, so as a credit to them, I thought they defended really well when they had to, particularly. And that probably makes us look like we're scrambling around a little bit too, going side to side. But I thought they defended well.
Yeah, we've had. It's not just the players who've lost, but we've had. That's the 5th different spine we've had in 6 weeks as well. So there have been a lot of changes, and it's early in the season, and there's been a lot of tight games that we just haven't won. And so it's like I said, if we can improve our defence, it's going to give us a lot more confidence. And it's and then it's just a building process from there. So it looks like doom and gloom, but it can change quickly as well. So.
I guess that'll be a learning curve for players tonight. I mean, you gave an opportunity to start at 6.
Yeah.
How did you see him and where he can go from here? There's a lot of upside, I imagine, to him.
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't surprising really that he wasn't perfect tonight, but he sort of saw the kind of player he is, and even that if he doesn't get it all right, it doesn't stop him. He just keeps on going, keeps on asking questions. So that's probably tonight was probably gives you some indication of maybe why I didn't think he was ready. So before that, but again, it's a hard one to judge it on tonight. But I thought he was definitely asking questions all the way to the end, and he will only get better.